How can the same plastic that pollutes our oceans potentially help save our planet?
Plastic is fantastic!
Did you know that it's predicted that by 2050 the amount of plastic could exceed the amount of marine life in our vast seas? Hi, I'm Anastasia, a climate psychologist, coach, and the author of Eco-Being Training. Today, I will try to combine contradictory information about plastic in one video and give recommendations at the end. What to do for us, ordinary people who care about nature but love plastic. In the modern discourse on environmental conservation, plastic has become a symbol of global pollution, especially with the haunting images of marine wildlife entangled in debris. There is so much talk about the role of plastic in environmental pollution due to its widespread use and prolonged presence in the environment. The amount of plastic that is produced in the world every year has increased explosively in just a human lifetime. Imagine, from 2 million tons in 1950 to over 390 million tons in 2021, with expectations to double in the next 20 years and potentially quadruple by 2050. The issue with plastic, especially with plastic packaging, lies in its longevity compared to its short-term use, leading to significant economic losses and environmental damage. According to a study by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, today 95% of the value of plastic packaging material is lost to the economy after a short first use. On average, only 14% of plastic is collected for recycling, and the plastics that do get recycled are mostly recycled into low-value applications that cannot usually be recycled again after use. Faced with such alarming information, it's tempting to want to cut plastic out of our lives, to stop listening to these predictions and recoil into a shell of concern. Yet it's worth pausing and considering the whole picture. Let's examine the substance in question. What is plastic? How is it produced? And what benefits does it provide in addition to harm it's known for? Plastic was invented primarily to address the growing demand for materials that were not available or were expensive. The invention and development of plastic provided a durable and cost-effective alternative to natural materials. There are industries where still plastic is indispensable, such as healthcare, where it's used to make sterile equipment, which greatly improves hygiene and infection control. It also plays an important role in packaging, securing food, extending shelf life, reducing food waste, and lowering transportation costs. A McKinsey report on the climate impact of plastics suggests that, contrary to common criticisms, plastic have a lower total greenhouse gas contribution than alternatives in most applications. However, do not forget what I said in the beginning about the pollution of the ocean. I will talk about it in detail soon. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss the second part of the video. Now let's look at plastic from a circular economy perspective, to see the entire life cycle of plastic products and to understand where we, consumers, can make an impact. If you missed the video about the circular economy, then click to the link below to watch it. We'll go step by step to understand more about plastic and, more importantly, what we as consumers can do and at what stage. We are going to start looking at the cycle with the design stage. Designers should conduct a life cycle analysis to understand the environmental impact of a product from its production to its disposal. They explore and suggest innovative design solutions that challenge the conventional use of plastics. It's said that 80% of a product's environmental impact is decided at the design stage. In one of the future videos, I will talk about the role of design in the circular economy and environmental sustainability in general. Until then, take the time to think about the products you use daily. How might their design impact the environment? A look at any object in your room right now. What is it made of? Can you imagine how its design may have influenced its environmental footprint? Now let's look at the plastic in the next stage of production. In this stage, the consumer's role is indirect yet powerful. Each purchase is a vote for the world we want to live in. Opting for recyclable plastics or reducing consumption can send a message to manufacturers and encourage a shift towards a circular economy. By the way, do you know where plastic is used in the greatest quantity? The more plastic, 44%, is produced for packaging. Let's take a look at this simple diagram to understand exactly how plastic is produced. As you can see, the vast majority of plastic products are fossil-based polymers, meaning they use resources derived from fossils as their feedstock. Global production of fossil-based polymers are 350 million tons per year. Also, we have bio-based polymers, often known as bioplastics, that use biological products as their feedstock. Biological does not mean safe or safer than fossil-based plastics. Although bioplastics offer a significant reductions in global warming potential, these benefits are often offset by the side effects associated with growing the raw materials. McKinsey's 2020 report on the climate impact of plastic says that PET bottles are a more environmentally friendly option than aluminum cans and glass bottles, due to the light weight and low energy requirements during production. Aluminum cans have 2 times the emissions of PET bottles, and the emissions from glass bottles are 3 times higher. Also, their lightweight and ease of transportation makes plastic more attractive in the next phase, distribution. Plastic is generally lighter and less bulky compared to materials like glass, metal, or wood. This characteristic means that transporting plastics typically generates lower emissions due to reduced fuel consumption. But you and I are looking at the entire life cycle of plastic, and we already know that it has a big environmental impact of sourcing raw materials, mainly fossil fuels, in the production phase. And also later on, we will also talk about plastic recycling. Navigating the world of plastic production and its environmental impact can be tricky. It's a topic that involves both scientific insight and government policy. As a consumer, I've noticed there is quite a bit of confusion and misleading information about biological and biodegradable plastics. If you are curious to dive deeper into these issues, feel free to contact me, and I will invite a scientist for an interview to help us understand this complex issue. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Today we began our journey into the world of plastic. We explored everything from its design and production to its path through distribution, uncovering unique aspects of plastic's life cycle. This material is a true paradox, essential and convenient, yet not without its drawbacks like fuel consumption and environmental issues during production and recycling. In my next episode, we are going to examine how plastic affects us as consumers. We'll speak about consumption, reuse, and recycling. Get ready to weigh the ups and downs of reusing plastic, to learn about the role of plastic in ocean pollution and about microplastics. Plus, we'll discuss how we as consumers can actively contribute to mitigating the harmful impacts of plastics. Today, as usual, I've left links to various online resources about plastic in the description. So while you are waiting for the new episode, you might want to check out. Stay tuned not to miss the video and join me in making a difference. See you soon!
Mm-hmm.